Hello, and welcome to my channel, Big Speaker Talking Facts TV. If you haven't already done so, hit that like, subscribe, share, and notification bell if you're rocking with me. And anything that we discuss on this channel is for educational, entertainment, fair use purposes, research, and allegedly. Today I want to talk to you guys about just the type of parties that the elite have been doing for 60 years that we know of. But for the past 60 years, they actually have footage and, you know, things that would disgust you. But this is what billionaires, millionaires, people that want to be millionaires, people that just are groupies, try to hang where the people with the money, just to try to be in and end up doing things, just to get in. And, it's just so unfortunate because you have your people trying to get into Hollywood, entertainment, you name it. And they're trying to do what they're, supposed to do and not knowing, these are the type of things that they're going to have to be a part of in order to, succeed in this day and time, due to the fact that the, Freemasons run the industry. So with that being said, whatever agenda they're pushing, if you don't go along with it, your career won't go along. And I mean, the record labels have to get a pass from Universal, Sony, and all the other ones that are, owned by the Freemasons, the head ones. And so, everything is just like a domino effect, or in the form of a pyramid, which they love to use. 13 steps, like on the back of a dollar bill. They like to do things, with these threes and sixes and nines. You just have to pay attention to what they do. But it's just so unfortunate when you hear that, they have thousands of females that go to these parties on these, big yachts. And the dinner, of course, is by the host, and that means the person that's on the boat. And so, with that being said, they have all the alcohol, food, people break off into cuddles where it's 2, 3, 4, 5 people. This all tends to happen in Silicon Valley. And, they fly in on private jets, and some women that fly in, have been known to make $40,000 a night because they have escorts and, like I said, groupies that want to be a part of this. And, just to name some of the drugs that they have, it is ludicrous. I mean, they have boats as big as 188, long. And that's really big. And they have these big parties with the celebrities and people that's becoming celebrities. And they have these other drugs of choice: cocaine, meth, ecstasy, and some of them already are under MK Ultra, or they might just get thin. You never know. And that's a form of brainwashing, hypnosis, and some more things. But it's just, the industry is demonized. It's demonized. It's being ran by people that worship Satanism and satanic things that, include pedophile, all type of sexual type of things. and rituals, and what makes people get money and want to think of these things. You know, that's crazy. When there are so many things out there that you could do with money, rather than sit back and have this secret society and you know do all these sick sinister things and push these agendas. And that's why you hear some people, this is their way of saying new world. They'll say modern world, because the show ain't the old world that I come from. Not the way these kids is. You can see it through the kids, because they push it through the cartoons, they push it through the artists, the actors. I mean, now they got cartoon people that are, you know, they're gay too, and that's right there took me for a ride, you know. But as long as people sit back and go along with all these agendas that these people that they're so for, because they don't realize you're selling your soul. You're selling your soul, because if this world was wrong by woman and man, our Creator would have never made it be where woman and man make kids and then go on and so on and so on. And that's not to say anything negative toward anyone that wants to be gay. I don't have anything against them. But I do have a problem with our young kids being exposed to this when their minds are not fully developed. That is not fair. And if you think that's fair, I don't care how long they've been doing it, then I guess you're a part of the agenda that they're pushing. And it's so sad. Now you have kids that'll just go do it and then get back and, oh, I'm not gay no more. When I was coming up, you can't do that. But that just goes to show you, just how far this agenda has gotten. And, it's so unfortunate that if you try to speak truth of anything that's wrong, that's being pushed by these agendas, you get attacked, and that's sad, because we all should be able to live how we want to, but we all should respect the kids. They're innocent. And to do something of evil to an innocent child is very, very demonic. And there's no way you can make me think that's right. To show a child that's innocent wrong before you show them right. That's wrong. People say what they want to, but, it was wrong of Lil Nas X getting our kids with that song, that old town road or whatever, and then for him to say, F your kids, they ain't mine, I ain't raising them, all that, whatever the wild stuff he said. But nobody said anything about that. And people don't pay attention to how when, Lil Nas X got up and said he making a song with Bootsy, been working on and all that, messing with that man when he already know what's going on between him and that man. If you know somebody don't agree with what you own, then don't mess with them. I mean, that's plain and simple. Birds of a feather flock together. You deal with those that you want to deal with, and we all have that right. So that don't give you the right to go and taunt this man who don't believe in what you believe in, and get up and say things like that to try and start meds, because it don't take much to start meds or a rumor, or just somebody saying, oh, Bootsy messing around, this and that. I just know the world, and it's so unfortunate But the way they acted as if Boosie was wrong for responding, and this boy messing with him. Like, leave the man alone. The man ain't worried about you no more. Leave that man alone. That man and you got two different outlooks on life. And we all have a right to our own lifestyle. Whatever lifestyle you want to live, you live it. I may come to your house, you may not have couches. That's your lifestyle. But I'm going to have couches. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I'm trying to talk to you and tell you something real. I'm not coming to play with you. I'm coming to tell you the truth. You know, we got people, we sitting up and not realizing that these days, these pagan holidays, that was created by the same man that's been black slaves and all that. You know, had them on the plantation working hard, beating them and all that. You know, they made up all these days. And one that I really, really is bothered by is Thanksgiving. There's nothing thankful to be, me especially, and I'm Indian. I mean, do you know what they did on that? They're celebrating where the Indians welcomed them in, the Europeans, showed them how to do everything, and then they slaughtered them. And then they went on, and people need to start looking up words. I've always said I want a pilgrim before I found out the truth years ago. You know, I cook my meals a day before or 2 days before because I'm not a pilgrim. A pilgrim is where you go around spreading the religion, and that's what they did. They went to, and they would get you with your mind with that religion, like they do, and got it started. And that's why you got all these religions now, and they get everybody into it to keep you divided, so that you won't get together and find out about what they did. And if you all get together, y'all all gonna find out what they did to y'all. And that's sad. But that's the tricks that this world play on the people. These artists and actresses and all that, they shouldn't have to do all this, and it's their talent. If anything, they ought to be the ones calling the shots. Because I got the talent. This is not your talent. God didn't bless you with this. It ain't like you can take it out of me. I don't see how people sit up and let people mess them, and you the one got the talent. You got the gold, and they want it. Just like the government got it and played that game and got everybody gold before, because gold holds its value. And now, you know, they ready to get rid of that promissory note, that old dollar bill, and all your money is basically electronic right now. I mean, we could go on forever. I come to talk to you today because it's a lot of things going on in this world. People need to wake up. They need to wake up. You need to start researching these words. Now, if they can celebrate on Easter, now we all know a bunny ain't never, don't got nothing to do with no egg. I had bunnies myself. And they had plenty of rabbits, little babies. So, people don't go and research what people tell them. A lot of people don't. Some people do. And the people that do is very few. And I'm one of those few. And I've always been like this. I'm a speed reader. I'm just obsessed with reading. And, it takes me far. Because you can't just tell me anything. If you tell me something, I'm going to sit there and you're going to think you probably got me or whatever. But what you don't know is everything you saying I'm putting in my database. And when I get home or get away from you or whatever, when I get the time, I'm going to go, if it's business, I'm sure going to go research. But if it ain't business, I'm going to keep it in the back of my head. And whenever it's time, I'm going to refer back to it. And that's the problem with people. Just like they got a database for this computer, and they got that computer where it can do this and that and all that, you need to make sure you feed your mind. Everybody worried about feeding their stomach, but you need to worry about making sure your mind is healthy. Mental health gets overlooked. A lot of these artists and stuff, when they get their stuff stripped, if they don't come up dead, they be on drugs and all that, because like I told you, the drugs are choice. Those drugs ain't easy to get off of. And then if they don't, drug overdose. That's their main thing they kill them with. When that ain't nothing but sacrificing a body. And it's so sad. Because you got these people that, they go to church, they sow this, they sow that. But if you sow this and you sow that, why is it that you ain't asked them, how did you know so much about everybody else? But when it comes to Jesus, y'all don't know when he was born. You can't go dig him up like you dig our ancestors. You don't know where his grave is. I mean, and sit here and told everybody Adam and Eve, Adam and Eve, Adam and Eve. And, the Bible has been manipulated by man. And everybody needs to know that it was not Adam and Eve. It was Adam and Lilith first. Lilith was his first woman that of God created, not Eve. And that is so unfortunate that all this time they have misled these people. But when you go manipulate the Bible, that is what happened. And Enoch happens to be a grandchild. So do your homework when people tell you something. Pilgrim, Lilith, Eve, Chloe, Lucifer. You look up any of them, it's just going to start just showing the rest of it. I mean, and then if you're hungry enough, like you hungry enough for your stomach, you should be hungry enough for your mind to get knowledge so you can know what's going on. Because this world is spinning fast and the things that's going on ain't right. There's no way our Creator intended for this world to be so full of evil. Whoever want to be evil, let them be evil. But to push that off on others is not right. What they need to do is just set up a place to say evil. And whoever want to go whoever evil, go there. And y'all all get together. But don't push that off on everybody else. But when you got all the money and then you got all this stuff set up, and this stuff been set up 400-500 years ago, and they honoring their generation. They're honoring, it don't matter if it's a curse or whatever. And most of these people, forefathers and all that, was Freemasons and all that. And so, hey, they honoring what they generation do. And their forefathers, they're doing that. And we sitting here, and these people dead. We ain't never met them. And we are being obedient. Now, see, when you know better, you do better. And I've been knowing a long time. So I don't do what they say. Because I know that they did not create me. You can't make me go along with what you like. I know that I have an opinion. And I got a right to like what I want. You got a right to like what you want. I got a way to live the way I want to live. You got a right to live how you want to live. But to do the things they doing, to these artists and to the people and playing these games on people with, this old killer they done come up with. Man, if y'all ain't paid attention to all this stuff and the way these rappers and people getting killed, something wrong. Something gotta be wrong with you. Something gotta be wrong. Because this world ain't right. I had a cousin that passed away. He was gay, and he's very renowned because he traveled and won a lot of things. And he passed away probably 20 years ago when HIV first came out. And, when I was coming up, I liked him, and I always wanted to, I was just fascinated over him, because he was pretty. It's like he should have been a woman. He was short and light-skinned and had real pretty hair because, like I say, we are Indian. And, so, he was pretty and he was short and stuff. And, he was really pretty when he dressed up, even when he wasn't. But he was a junior. And my family, his dad, they was old school and they put so much pressure on the boy. And, he went out there and tried to go with a girl. And I didn't know until he died that he had a child because his mama was fake. And my grandma never did like her, but she dealt with her because she was married to my grandma's brother. And my grandparents raised me, so, hey, my mind is way advanced than it, the average person my age, which is a good thing because it has brought me far. I pick up on energies. Like I say, I work that database. I had my grandma from the country down in the woods where they ain't got no streets. You burr off and you know where you're going. And I listened to my grandparents that raised me. And back then, everybody, raised you. It was an army that raised you. And everybody could whoop you back then. So, I took in all that information. Plus, I read a lot of books and all that. And, it really has gotten me far. It was a good thing because I've worked for my father since I was 10 years old doing his payroll. And I got so many titles now, and because I love to read, so I take any kind of course, and I like fast tracks because I can do it. So there's no limits in what you can do. It's all about you. But in order for you to be able to do what you're gonna need to do, people gonna have to stop thinking they need other people. You're going to have to learn who you are as a person. You're going to have to learn who you are as a person. Some kind of way you got to find time to have your me time so that you can do what you need to do to make sure your mind is healthy. Because people, I'm telling you, you see all this MK Ultra and all that stuff. America bit into the human mind. And mental health is so overlooked. And that's only because most people play it down. And it's nothing to be played with. Your mind is everything, baby. If your mind ain't healthy, you're not going to be able to do nothing that you need to do the right way and be successful in it. So that's why you need to make sure that, going forward, if America show you something one way, just believe it's the other. Because America's built off blood. Christopher Columbus did not discover America. And I could go on and go on and go on. But that's history that they put before us to control what we learn and how we learn it and when we learn it. And it's left up to you to go back and find out your own history because you know what you are. Right to this day, people don't know that, a lot of the plantation owners went with the slaves. And if you came out light enough, they made you put down you was white. And that was to make their population be the most majority. When in actuality, it wasn't. And now it's people that are saying they're American Indian just so they can get the money back, and they're European, not Indian at all, but because they had to pay the Indians, and they still didn't do right, but they had to pay them, and that's their way of getting the money back. So all they doing is doing like a recycle circle. And people don't even pay attention to this stuff, man. You gotta start paying attention. You gotta start paying attention because we've been lied to. And I'm just gonna be straight up with you. We've been lied to. I'm sure y'all saying, damn, she come talk today. Yeah, I did. I've been gone, my voice been messed up, still a messed up now, but this has been on me. I said, I need to come talk to him because this is serious. This is serious. It really is. We got to come together because, anybody know, okay, if some evil, that's not good. I don't want nothing that's not good. And I don't know why nobody else would. But like I say, you can have that. But do not push that off on this world. Please. Go and get y'all place where y'all, do whatever it is y'all do. And hey, don't push that off on people, especially not the kids. And don't make artists and actors and people that got talent sign oaths and do things and rip them off and all that. And they're the ones with the talent. Why should you have to go and be drugged, raped, and all that and do very sinister things just to get a deal for something God created you for? He created you for that. He gave you that. And he created you and gave you that voice or whatever that talent is that you have. And no man should come and get more money than you or drug you or manipulate you or do anything of evilness or unrighteousness to you behind what you got. Because they didn't give it to you, baby. And if you think they gave it to you, I'm telling you today, they didn't. But, I didn't mean for this video to be this long, but I want y'all to know that these holidays is set up for these people. These people are going to gain from this. So don't go out and get broke on a holiday that's not even Jesus Christ, that they're telling you it's Jesus Christ. It's not his birthday. That don't make sense. Do you celebrate your birthday at the first of the year and your birthday at another time? That's crazy. All you gotta do is stop and think about it. But they got people so trained and enslaved in the brain and being obedient to think outside the box, they got you thinking that's wrong. When God loved you too much for you not to know the truth. This the Big Speaker talking facts. I want y'all to let me know how y'all feel about, all this going on in this world. And I just come to talk to you guys today about a lot of things that's going on. I got a lot of things that I'm working on and trying to do. Eventually I'm going to be having some footage showing basically taking video clips and putting them together, and me being somewhat of the narrator in between the different clips. So you can look forward to that, but it's just real hard right now. So I do this way. It's very convenient for me, being that I work and I have my own business and life and everything else. and fighting the devil off and all that. Haters and all that stuff. Y'all know about that. But I want y'all to look up Pilgrim. And that's Pilgrim. And Lilith, Lilith. And look up Eve, Eve. You can go ahead and look up Lucifer if you like. That's Lucifer. And look up Pagan. That's Pagan. Wait a minute, I think that's right. Pagan, yeah. If not, it'll pop up. I don't spell so many words. But, yeah, look up Pagan. And you'll just see that, hey, what you've been told by the people that run this world is lies. And it makes you so mad. But we can't do nothing but come together and try to get this fixed. Because if we don't, this world headed for destruction with the mind that these people have. The stuff that they think and do, it just rocks my world. It really do. It rocks my world knowing these things. And some things I can't disclose because of the community guidelines with YouTube, because they are down with them. And, they done got where, you put up something that takes stuff down, give you a strike or this or that, shadow your videos, your likes that, you might have 100 and some likes, and you go back and you have 4 or 5. They doing all type of things, not sending out notifications. Anybody that's speaking the truth and not going along with the agenda that's being pushed, your videos ain't getting seen like they should. So that means that you're not going to get that many subscribers that you would normally would. And so with that being said, you have to tell your people, if you don't see nothing, go look for it and just pull up Big Speaker Talking Facts TV, because sometimes they're not sending out notification. So all I can tell y'all is be aware. And if America show you one thing, believe me, it is another. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't celebrate the death of people that tried to do good by people in our country, going in slaughtering them people, taking over. I do not. I do not co-sign that. And, a wise man will learn, a fool never will. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about all this. It's a Big Speaker Talking Facts. Stay safe, my brothers and sisters. Peace. I'm out.